I'll take the blame for all the shame that you dish out. There's not enough soap to wash the filth that haunts my mouth. Don't need any extra attention. If I were you, I'd keep my distance. I'm no hero, I'm no idol. There's no verse you'll find in the Bible, but I need saving, or so they say, yeah. So while I pray on prayers and judgment stares, I can't help it, but I'm wondering, do you like what you see? A freak like
There you go. Sorry for the minute delay, chat. For some reason my family always just loves text messaging me like 5 minutes before stream starts. I'm like, dude, I don't have time to deal with this right now. I do apologize. But,
it's just like my Zephyr hits you in the chest while I'm playing
Jam.
checkers, peeling back the layer. You see the tear, show you them peaches, cause nothing compares. And maybe I'm a little too blunt, but I'm getting tired of giving two fucks. Maybe I'm a little too drunk, but shit, I gotta give the people what they want.
Chatters, my chatters. There we go, Cap Jam. Hi James, my goat. Boop. Y'all ready for the gaming? Epic gaming. I'm gonna start us off with some Turmoil. We'll see how far we go. Got some Minecraft time. We're good. Still kind of in my like weird phase post thesis mission. I slept like really long. I slept like 10 hours today. I forgot to set an alarm. I normally have an alarm. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to like sleep, so I'll have an alarm. But today I forgot, so I slept until like 3 p.m. 10 hours sleep. Happened. Into the Turmoil we go. So we are currently playing the Turmoil DLC, the second one, Deep Underground, which we like the normal Turmoil gameplay. I like the normal Turmoil gameplay, but for the Deep Underground one, we have to do like petrol stuff, which so far I'm not liking. That's the upgrade, but we'll see. I do like some parts of it, mostly like the having to dig really deep quest. That's quite fun. Petrol price. I'll go with you. How are you, chatters? Hope you're well. Stock auction, land auction. I think I'll do land auction first. Water power drill. No. Not the water research. Wait, can you do more? Let's take a look at the map. Like we found out how much water's in the ground. Yeah, sure. Select up to 3 plots of land. Oh. No, I don't wanna. I don't really wanna do that. No, thank you very much. Have some land. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a bit weird. When I saw you, I didn't really do that much. I just have been crocheting my sweater vest. I'm almost done with it. I just need the ribbing on one of the armholes, but I don't know if it's my tension. It was probably my tension during the project, but the neck hole is quite wide. Like, not wide in a way that is like disproportionate to wear, but just more wide than I personally like to wear. So I'm contemplating, like, I'll see how I feel about it once actually the whole thing is done. But I might give it as a gift to my mom for her birthday, because it is a cute, like, little sweater vest. I think it's cute. Okay, 8k. I will go with 11/20/22. Let's see. Because 8 grand is quite good. Ooh, well, I have lost. I've won, yes, but actually quite, well, relatively close, so that's good. Okay, there we go. Excellent. It's just kind of been a bit silly. I don't want to do any of these water moles. Okay, I'm gonna do the water mole upgrade, even though it's quite expensive, just because we really... I did read one or two of the reviews, but I also had this, like, as a hunch myself, that you cannot play this DLC without doing any petrol. Like, you kind of have to do petrol at some point, or to some extent. I.e., it's smart to have something that helps you get water. Located. Oh, nice. There's one immediately there. Grab a third one. Oop. There we go. Otherwise, I've just been doing the thing. Like, whenever I'm working on any, let's go this way. Whenever I go and work on any... We'll go with a bigger one. I work on any kind of crochet project, especially if I'm doing a pattern that's quite repetitive, so you can kind of zone out while you're doing it. I love watching some, like, YouTube, watching a movie, watching TV, just, like, watching something. Especially, like, really long content that normally maybe I wouldn't sit down and watch while doing nothing else on the side. So, I was just watching some... Oh my gosh, the other side is, like, really good. Let me get some extra horses here. So I was watching some videos, I was just having a fun time, and I ended up watching a video essay. Not even a video essay, it was more like kind of a summary type video, but I was really vibing with the person. I'd never seen any of their content before. I think this was like, there weren't even someone who made like crazy content, but it was like about one of my personal long-standing interests, so I was like, I'm so in for this, okay? And I was so vibing with it, okay? It's a 2-hour video. And I was like, yes, slay, with, like, everything this person was saying. I was really vibing with their communication style as well. Like, they were just, like, really... I wouldn't say charming is like, one word, but, like, also they were just, like, really informed, and I did learn a few more things that I had, like, missed about it and everything. And then, I kid you not, an hour 50 into this 2-hour video, this person randomly side, like, in, like, not even, like, the main topic. This was not about the main topic. They randomly have a side, like, on-screen text about how much they hate one of my other interests. And I was like, no! I was really vibing with this, and it was so uncalled for. It was, like, the worst thing ever. Despair. Yeah, because I was like, oh my god, this person's, like, making such a good video, and it's, it was, like, very detailed and everything, and, like, sometimes when you have kind of I wouldn't say, like, there's nothing worse than when you watch a video essay about an interest that you know a lot about, and you realize the person making the video doesn't, like, know as much as you, or they're maybe not going at it from, like, oh my god. They're not going at it from, like, a good angle or anything. But then, I found out that it's even worse when... Okay, let's redistribute the pipe here. It's even worse when you find someone who has good opinions, generally, and is, like, very informed about the topic, but then they're, like, suddenly just like, yeah, let me just hate on something else you like. I'm like, bitch, what are you on about? Okay, let me switch this with petrol real quick. I'm also gonna grab another guy here, because I'm actually gonna stop selling right now and just have, like, all of them deposited. Oil cabin, please. We need more oil, but I feel like maybe there is not enough oil in this. Oh, there's oil over here. Good time. Oh, I think this is going to cause issues. Okay, I'm just going to add another one, even though it's a waste of money. Just because I don't want to have to deal with the water situation here. Let's just all put that oil in there. Okay, let's start refining because we need that shit to be refined and sold out. Stop refining. Well, maybe continue refining. Okay, we were like shit as hell. Oh my god, we made like no money. That's so evil. We're like, this is so bad. We'll see. I highly doubt we'll be able to win in this. I'm gonna, like, bid 200 on this. I cannot afford this, oh my god. They're spending, like, all their money, Jesus Christ. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you make, it's just can you afford to keep up with the percentages. And so far we are in the lead, but not a huge lead. And we have the least amount of money by far, so that's kind of a problem. Oh yeah, there was also like no oil there. I will go down here, perhaps. But yeah, it was such a rough experience because it was so far into the video. If I like in 2 minutes in, the person had said like the same thing, I would have been like, oh okay, that sucks, I maybe won't watch the rest of the video. But then having watched it like almost 2 hours of content, I was like, despair. Why the fuck is this happening? Okay, oil price. Lefting. Okay, we're not gonna do anything more. Yeah, that's kind of been me. Just watched some content, continued working on the sweater vest. But yeah, I have to find it's quite a big learning curve to go into making. Okay, I think it was left side. That was like. I'm actually gonna switch this side to petrol already. I don't care, just because I want it to be set up correctly already. But there's quite a big, like, not learning curve is maybe the wrong word, but kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna do this. There's kind of a big difference between making a garment versus making any other kind of crochet project, because you could follow the instructions perfectly, right? You can have, like, the best time ever, and you're like, yeah, I'm 100% following this, these instructions. But then it doesn't, like, either because of the tension being like too loose or too tight, or because, which affects the fit of the garment then, or because it just of how it falls on your own body. You might be in a situation where like you finish the entire thing, you're like, oh well, this doesn't really fit me in the way that I want it to. But then, unlike a sewed garment, it's kind of difficult to do any adjustments without undoing your entire project basically. So it's a bit of a learning curve. Like the cardigan I made, I like overall. I'm happy with that, but I also would probably make it more baggy if I were to redo it, because it's a little bit, I wouldn't say too short, but it's kind of, it's a tighter, no, not tighter, but it's like it sits more at my hip level than I personally prefer it, like exactly on it, which is when if you like do any movements, I just find that to be a little bit uncomfy, personally. I'm just gonna have a little bit of a look with some molds because of the water. If you find any water, that'd be good. Oh, there's water, okay. Perfect. Let's stop selling oil. Plop that in. Perfect. I'm just gonna have like split half and half or so. Because, okay, we have a good amount of water saved up. That's really nice. Oh, there's a lot of water here. Okay, perfect. That's excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna go and do this. Ooh, there's more oil there as well. Oh, we can't do that branch though. That sucks. Okay, so the water supply is well, but we're gonna have to do some. Oh, we don't have the reach here. If we could do this, maybe. There's a bit of a divergence. Okay, I think I'm gonna go all in here. Do this. We're gonna make a bunch of money now. Shit. that whole thing here. Oh my god. We're just really... I really don't like the petrol shit. It's so elaborate for no reason. At least we could do the dig deep thing, which is the funnest part of this DLC. %80 of the May. Oh, what? So the Dreader could reach 1,000 meters? Okay, we really need to go there. I think we can do this. This is the funnest part, by far, but I did get the game and the 2 DLCs for free, as you guys may know. But I would, if I was like buying this myself, I probably would have I would have bought obviously the full game because I think the full game is excellent. But I would. Oh my god, yeah, we're not gonna make it. Oh fuck. Did anyone get this? Okay, thank fucking Christ, no one did it. I would have actually lost my mind if they did. I'm gonna go for Kyle. And go for the stock option. No wait, actually, not the stock option first, the land option first. I keep forgetting that. Top here, maybe they'll allow me. I'm just hoping they try to update it. Okay, they don't. Damn. Like, I think when we did the original first campaign, I kind of didn't get the game at first, so I struggled at the start, but I don't know if... Because at the start here, I wasn't doing so bad, but now I'm kind of doing poorly, so... Oh no, I don't want it all in. What the fuck? Okay. Oh my god, Thorpe is going in with like 16 grand, what the fuck? Oh my god, Thorpe, you prick. Yeah, I'm still in the lead, but like, not by much. And I really need like one good run, but it's so hard with the petrol. It's so hard, and I really hate it. I'm gonna be so serious. I hate it. And I try to give it the benefit of the doubt. I love the little like, try to get as deep down as you can, because I think that's a fun challenge, but there's just so much investment into trying to get money from the... And trying to get money from... It was left side, okay. I'll go to petrol on the other side already. It's just so much investment because you have to have a silo, you have to upgrade the silo, you have to have the route with the water, you have the oil route, like oil continuously flowing. You also have to manage your horses, and it's like such a pain. Always have horses that do the thing you want them to do. You also have to have like this route set up, which is evil and awful. Make sure that that's locked, so the water's in there. You also have to make sure that you continuously have oil supply. It's just such a pain. Oh my god, big oil. Stop refining. More water, and then you always need to make sure that our water supplies, because now we're fucking gone. We can't even do this anymore unless we do like some weird rerouting like this. Oh my god, are you fucking serious? Actually, this is so evil. This is water here. At least we got 11 grand. It's the best we've done in a while, but like, we're absolutely losing. And it's just so many things to manage, so it's not very fun. At all. Like, normally I do, like, I don't know, I don't remember how, let me actually check the land options. Because I think we're really early in the campaign. We're like early in the first area. I forgot how many areas there are. It was like either 3 or 4. But low-key, I'm not having fun. And I normally have kind of the ambition to... I normally have the ambition to finish, like, games that I start on the channel. And... I did finish, obviously, the main game and the first DLC for this, but I'm not having fun with it at all. And I'm not really improving on the central gameplay. I'm kind of knowing, based on the reviews that I read, that you cannot win the game unless you master the fucking petrol mechanic, because everyone else will make, like, tens of thousands from the petrol alone, and you cannot keep up with just oil. I just don't really want to play. Would you be too mad, chat, if I just abandoned this? And like, I did get, as I mentioned, in like, it was like a hashtag kind of spawn. I didn't get compensation, I just got the games and the 2 DLCs for free. But I personally, in my review opinion, would recommend getting the main game for sure, 100%. That one's perfect. It's super fun and engaging. And has a good progression and replayability. Why would I be mad? I don't know. Maybe you're like, oh, I really want to see you progress in this game. I don't know. But, and then the magma one. Rage, I want to see you suffer /J. I mean, there is some entertainment to be found in, like, someone like, this is the reason, like, someone playing a horror game, right? For most people, unless you're really good at horror games. Like, oh, you're doing, like, something that you know, that you're, like, struggling with, right? And then the magma one, I think, was like, it's like decent. You can take it or leave it, in my opinion. Like, you can have it if you really want it, but like, I think the main game is honestly good enough. This DLC I categorically do not recommend. I think they really over-engineered the process. Like, honestly, okay, if you just had the fix of not needing to have the, like, if you could have just the water pipe from the refinery to the water straight up without having to connect it to a pump, that alone would honestly fix a lot of the problems. I still think that generally the concept of the petrol is over-engineered and doesn't need to be that complicated for a game like this. But if they just had that, because if you have to connect a pipe with the oil, like, and pipe to an oil, then you have to connect a pump, I don't know why I said pump. You have to connect a pump to oil, makes sense. Why do I have to have a refinery that is, and a pump, and the pump is connected to the water, and then the water is connected to the thing? Like, why do I have to have this triangle when also you can't cross pipes? Meaning real estate management is really fucking awful. Yeah, I'd say, okay, what did we rate the original ones? I am just gonna quit, abandon this. I normally never do, but, not never, but very rarely, you guys know this, unless it's like a demo that's no longer available, or it's a demo that I'm just like, I don't want to finish it, but full games, I normally try my best to kind of finish it, and I also normally want to finish it as well, so even just like a completionism kind of thing. Let me see, what did we rate the Turmoil ones? Turmoil. Because yeah, I think the main game, we did rate 5 out of 5. And I'd give the Magma one 3.5, and I'd give this 2. They also got rid of like all the recognizable characters except Daisy, and the new characters are kind of awful. Like especially Thorpe just doesn't seem like a character. Like he looks like he's a 2016 Trump supporter. He doesn't look like someone who'd live in this era. I do like Mabel because it's nice that they're introducing some more diverse characters, but I just think overall the characters in the main game and the first DLC are better, and the mechanics are way better in the main game, and also better in the first DLC. We are just about it. I don't care. I do care, but like I really have tried giving it its fair shot. I don't remember how long we played last, but we've played like another half hour now. Let me see the game. Turmoil. I think last time we played like an hour or something, maybe. So yeah. Maybe for some of you, you might be interested in the Deep Underground DLC. But I personally would not recommend it whatsoever. Which is disappointing. It's disappointing. But I also know that from the other people's reviews I've seen of the second DLC, that a lot of people feel the same about Deep Underground being not good. Yeah, like literally the heat is on. Like the main game, right? The main Turmoil game. Sorry, I'll put on music. Has a very positive review. Has very positive reviews on Steam. The heat is on has mostly positive, and then Deeper Underground has mostly negative. So yeah, I feel like I'm not alone with my view about it being kind of poorly implemented as a DLC. Alright, Minecraft time. Minecraft time, Minecraft time, Minecraft time. I don't really know what we want to do. Low key. I'm thinking maybe we go mining first, just like some casual stuff. What else is here? Oh, I did start watching a movie, but I didn't finish watching it yet. Wartime, so true. I started watching Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, the like 2008 movie with Michael Cera in it. And I've had that movie on my radar for a while, especially because I have read the book. It's kind of a weird book, but I was like, you know what, I like a bit of Michael Cera, how about I watch it? And so far, it's the weirdest. It's like what was in the water in 2008 for movies, you know what I mean? I'm like, what are you on about? Society. Because it's just like, it's such a bizarre setup. So it's basically about Nick and Nora, shocker, who don't, like, they never have met, but they are tangentially connected because one of Nora's kind of like classmates in that, I would say frenemy is a good descriptor for her. Nick is that frenemy's ex-boyfriend. So Nora knows of him like through stories, but she's never met him. And then like one day they meet at this like indie band gig where Nick's band is playing, and they're like, wow, we should try and find this like obscure underground like indie concert or whatever. So they're like heading out, but Nora is there with her very drunk friend who, but Nick's friends like take her home, and Nick and Nora go on this quest to try and find where this like secret gig is happening. That's kind of like the main plot, and this is also what happens in the first like 15 minutes of the movie, so it's not really a huge spoiler. But it's just the most unhinged dialogue that's happening. Like, at first I was like, what the fuck is this setup? Like, in what universe would any reasonable person send their so drunk they're incapacitated friend away with 3 strangers, especially 3 strange men? The men are gay, but that still doesn't mean that is not a sus thing to do. You would not do that. In my personal opinion. But anyway, it is made better by the fact that they are gay, so like, So they're talking in the car. So Nick and Nora are driving in the car after they have left the drunk friend with Nick's friends to be taken home, right? And she asks him at this point, like, are your friends all gay? And he's like, not all my friends, just these ones, right? And then she's like, yeah, I figured. And then the response from Nick at this point, because I'm like, oh yeah, obviously everyone in this situation would be like, yeah, that would pose a danger to the drunk friend, unfortunately, because men are evil. And he's like, yeah, if this is actually a quote from this movie. Yeah, if anyone's... Oh, I forgot to AFK for the bricks. God damn it. Sorry, chatters. I've completely forgot that we had the quest about doing clay balls. Okay. What we're actually gonna do right now is... get dirt. Okay, hold on. Let me store some stuff. There's a bit of dirt here, but I kind of want to get more dirt. Low-key. Okay, that's not too bad. We're just gonna grab some dirt somewhere. Because we are working on a windmill. I completely forgot about that project. Okay, anyway, so Nick in this situation just goes, yeah, if anyone is going to be raped in this van, the van of the band, it would be a man. And I'm like, what is this comment? I would hope that no one would be sexually assaulted in your friend's van. Like, are you fucking serious? And what is this dialogue? Yeah, like, what are you doing? Like, I get this, yeah, and I'm like, I get the sentiment. And they're like, oh yeah, your friend has no reason to be, you know, you don't have to be concerned about your friend because my friends are not into women. But I'm like, why is this the worst way to phrase this? Why, what? And this doesn't even... And I'm like, what? And then, like, literally, like, 5 minutes later in this movie, because Nick has a yellow car, which for some reason makes everyone think that he is a taxi cab in the city. I don't know. It might be New York, it might not be New York. I have no fucking idea. So this random drunk couple is like, oh my god, taxi, like, drive us here, and they're so gone that Nick just kind of complies, and they, like, drive when the couple says to drive. And this couple is absolutely sloshed, making out on the backseat of Nick's car. So it's Nick and Nora in the front, and then this random drunk couple in the back. And at one point, the guy, they're like absolutely awfully sloppy making out in this car. It's grim. And at some point, the guy says to the girl, chicken jockey, "Hi, Alex." Oh my god, have you guys seen those clips of people just being the most disrespectful, rude fuckers of all time in the cinema? I'm like, what are you on about? Can we get a grip as a society? But anyway. So at one point, the guy making out in the back of this car says to the girl, "I love you so much, it's our word." Like, the slur. And I'm like, what was in the water in 2008? Why was this like a normal thing? Normal, quote unquote. Why was this like allowed to be in this movie? Like, what? Yeah, I'm just like, hello? What? 2008, what the fuck is going on? As a society, like, can we just like talk about it? Also, if we've had any disgusted emotes, I think is like a good one. Yesterday I spent some time deleting highlight VODs on my channel since the new limit is 100 hours. Guess how many hours I had in total? 400? Like, this one is a good one. Like, this one kind of has that energy. This one, let me grab some ones. Obviously, Despair, Flashbang kind of has the energy as well of being like, what the fuck. Yikes. This one, No Thanks. No Thanks is really good. No Sniffer as well. I mean, like, there's quite a few that are. This one's pretty disgusting. Didn't even know he had anyone like that. Oh, it's 300. I highlighted every game I played for the ICG back in the day, and only good stuff like me freaking out over later reviews there. No, that's real. Yeah, I feel kind of bad for everyone who did use highlights a lot. I just never really did. So for me, I export everything to a YouTube channel, so I have that as my archive, but it sucks that they took away that option. We are getting dirt because I want to make clay. yes, this makes sense. I had to export the YouTube. Oh, fair enough. I just like export my VODs like straight up. But I know that's like not an option for everyone. Could have deleted right then, but I'd say Twitch estimating. So true, Twitch estimating. Dirt a tad bit loud, my lad. Oh, sorry. Did you watch the Minecraft movie yet? You know, no, because no one wants to go with me. And I feel a bit too awkward to go by myself. I asked in the group chat that you're also in. I was like, yo, does anyone want to go? But either people are not into Minecraft or people just don't have time or something. Well, I am finally doing my Doctor Who watch party with one of my mates, so I'm excited about that. Have the confidence to go yourself. I've already watched 3 movies with other people in my lifetime. I want to get the confidence to go by myself, but I don't want to go as a 25-year-old man to a children's movie by myself. Like, I feel like that would be a bit awkward. It's about Yellow going there with all the kids, yeah. So, like, I could go into the, like, an English screening, which is less likely to have too many children there, because people would watch it in German if they're kids, most likely. But still, ever since you suggested, I've been considering, but I'm unsure yet. I feel like it would be a fun time, but like I'm not dying, like oh my god, this is like I have to see this in the cinema. I could also wait until it's like streaming at some point. I don't think people would be that unhinged in the cinema as they are in like the US over here either way. So yeah, 2 25-year-old men going to the dark room with children with better kappa. And I'm just like, I feel like if I'm there with like a friend or two, I would feel less like self-conscious about it. Yeah, I mean, you'd watch the English version, let's get started. Yeah, it's just kind of like, I have a lot going on at the moment. Not actually that much, but it just kind of feels like a lot, if that makes sense. I have 2 different appointments tomorrow that are like, not tomorrow, but I have one tomorrow and one the day after. Thought that was a creeper for a second. And then I have, you know, the German narrator for the movie Gronk. Is he really? That's crazy. He did quite a good performance as the Joker in the Lego Batman movie. That was a good movie. Because tomorrow I'm also seeing one of my friends for the first time of time and ages. I'm seeing Blue Moderator. The big part against watching Minecraft Cinema. I don't think I'll lose anything about watching against full screen. That's crazy. I have no context. If you don't know, I'm Gronk is a very big German YouTuber / Twitch streamer. I met him once, like several years ago. To be fair, I met like most of the people who were big YouTubers in the German sphere in like the 2010s. I have no context really who's big anymore because I don't really watch too many German YouTubers anymore. That was kind of like my teenage era, and then I switched over to like English-speaking creators when I was like 15, 16. Oh, Piggy. So I just know a lot of people by name or like what they used to do 10 years ago, but I have no idea what the fuck they are up to. And then like sometimes I will see like news like this person has had a child, this person got married, this person got outed as a freak, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy. And for some reason, kicked up on you. Yeah, it's just always that. Oops. And the craziest thing is always that, I swear, you discuss it. Yeah. The funny part is always that both now and Found the Perfect Emote. Which one? Go on. We're waiting. But yeah, the funniest part is always about being that I personally have had. It's like, you know, like the whole 6 degrees of separation theory? Oh, it's disgusting and emoted, I just can't see it. Oh, it is! That's a face I was making earlier. Oh, it just doesn't show it for me, what? That's so evil. It just says the word disgusting for me, I'm like, well, that sucks. That hours. Yeah, because I just added it. Oh, fair. I just refreshed my thing and chapter it up. That, both now and then, despite me as a teenager not being like a content creator or anything, the degrees of separation between me and like big creators was never that much. It was like very bizarre. Like now obviously I have kind of, I feel like that's like a known thing at this point, that it's like friends of friends. That's kind of like the degree of angles, which is kind of funny sometimes because you're like, oh, like I have a friend who's like friends with this creator or like something, or like I don't know, something like that. And it was like not as crazy as it is now, because obviously now I'm a content creator as well. Yo. But back when I was just a little viewer, there was also some degrees of separation. Like I still remember this, that one of my friends' friends at the time was like the partner of like a really big YouTuber at the time. And it was very bizarre. Just to like know that, because it wasn't public information either, so I'm not like talking about who specifically was involved or anything, but it was like, it's so fucking funny to have like secret information like that, and you're just like, heh. Because, okay, hear me out, low-key, I'm a bit of a nosy guy. Thank you for the posture check, and hydrate. So I always just like knowing the gossip. Just for like knowing, not even like for any other reason, just because I'm like, ooh, saucy, tell me your secrets. We're just getting dirt because I'm making clay, and I want to, well, ultimately I want to make bricks, but we're getting dirt to make into mud, and mud into clay, and clay into brick. That's the pipeline. Running around grabbing a bunch of stacks of dirt. Gotta get bricked up, so true. Yeah, so I'm very hyped, but I also have a lot to do. So on Monday, like tomorrow, I have an appointment, and then I'm meeting up with Blue Moderator for the first time in ages. We haven't seen each other, I think, since New Year's. So I'm super excited to catch up with my friend and like have time. Yeah, I'm so hyped. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna end up doing, but something for sure. And I'm very excited. And then I have another appointment the day after immediately. And then obviously Wednesday and Thursday are my work days, so those days I don't really do anything much. But, yeah. And then on Friday, I don't know. Normal day. I'm just streaming, I think. That's it. But yeah, I did mention that I'm kind of in this like weird post-thesis submission funk, kind of, where I feel a little bit weird, and I sleep weird, and I'm just like, I don't know, I'm still digesting it. Like, I thought I'd digest it quicker, but like, I guess it's taking a bit until I'm back at sort of full speed of doing things and wanting to organize a bunch. Like, I did organize a bunch already, so don't get me wrong, I think not this week, but the week, like not coming week, but the week after that, me and one of my IRL friends are finally doing our Doctor Who watch party, and I'm so fucking hyped for. Oh, by the way, I haven't seen the new Doctor Who episode, so don't spoil me. I forgot about it, and then I saw it today, and I was like, ooh, but then I didn't have time because I slept in so long. Oh yeah, I'm so excited, because like one of my friends was like, oh, I want to get into Doctor Who, because I like David Tennant. I'm like, valid opinion, I love it, play. And but then like it's kind of difficult to have the first few seasons of, this is like new Doctor Who, by the way, obviously, because of David Tennant. But it's kind of difficult to get the first few seasons on streaming, but I have the first 4 seasons on DVD, so I bring in my DVDs. And I'm so excited because we've been literally planning to do this watch party since, I think, November last year, but we had to delay because of my thesis, and then my friend was out of the state for a while, and then blah blah blah, a bunch of stuff. But we're finally getting around to it, so I'm doing that. I'm meeting Blue, and there's like talks about me meeting like one of my other friends, but it could have been like today, but it would have been too stressful, I think. It's like, okay, hear me out, right? I'm in my, as I mentioned, I'm kind of like in a weird funk situation where I do want to make some more friends. I do want to do a bit more outreachy stuff again, because I really haven't done that much social stuff since I came back from the UK. But I'm also... I don't know, like, you know, sometimes when you just like feel more critical than you normally are of stuff that ultimately doesn't matter that much. But I really, okay, hear me out. One of my goals for this year, I really want to get better at communicating criticism with people. Because I always just have this mentality that I'm A, bad at expressing criticism, and B, that if I do, I'm just gonna horrifically hurt the person's feelings, when really I just like, I'm trying to listen to my own needs and like improve my relationship with that person, because I'm not like resenting them for something that they don't even know about. You know what I mean? Because like, people are not mind readers, like they can't, like, I have to speak up about something that like not being ideal for me if I wanted to change, because I mean, yeah, like there's no like, oh, you have, that makes sense. Yeah, like for a lot of stuff you can be like, you could probably intuition that would be annoying to someone, or that would be a problem, or if you like have an experience where someone points out, oh, this thing annoyed me, then maybe going forward you kind of know about it. But if you hadn't had that experience of it being pointed out to you, or alternatively it's just something that maybe most people wouldn't have a problem with, then like how the fuck would you know unless you say? But I just really always struggle with feeling that I'm bad at phrasing that criticism. But I don't know, especially like it's even worse when I know, like for some of my like relationships in my life, like friends, acquaintances, other people, that they are neurodivergent, and I know some of the stuff that might like be non-ideal for me is likely due to them being like autistic or having ADHD or something. And then I'm like, well, am I an asshole if I point out this thing that's upsetting me? You know, I don't know. Sometimes being a person's kind of difficult. Low-key. So yeah, I'm kind of in that phase where sometimes I'm just like, mate, I really gotta get better at that. So because my instinct is always, I know my own emotions, and I know the degree to which something would upset me. So, but I'm not in someone else's head, so I don't know how much this would affect them or upset them. So I'd rather I struggle than I accidentally hurt someone else, if that makes sense. Which is not great, because it really leads to you being like a people pleaser unintentionally, and also like eating your feelings, like keeping your feelings in the whole time, and kind of like suppressing your own emotions and priorities. It's not a great thing, right? I've spent 21 years trying to be a person, still don't know how to be one. Yeah, I know, that's so real. Okay, so here we are. Like, okay, what are the examples that I find really annoying? But again, I get it. It is also a neurodivergency thing. Is I get very annoyed if people do not remember like dates or facts or like time-based things. Like I'm not upset about it, the actual act of the forgetting. It's when people do not consider that to be a problem. Do you know what I mean? Okay. As a kid, for example, one of the things that really upset me deeply, even though it's not that big of a deal, was people forgetting my birthday. Because I have a summer birthday, right? My birthday is 21st of July. So a lot of people were on holiday, and summer holiday, when I had my birthday. School was out, so it wasn't like we were seeing each other every day. But to me, it always just kind of came across as like, you're not important enough for me to make an effort to remember. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't just about like people forgetting, it was about people not even being like, oh, I'm so sorry I forgot, but people just being like, oh, I forgot. Like, you know what I mean? And this is kind of like the dramatic example, because like I have a birthday once a year, like it's not that difficult. Like even if you have memory problems, to write it in your calendar and set a reminder and do that once. Because I'm like, if I get called out for that kind of situation, the uncomfortableness of the situation makes me remember that time I forgot more easily, you know? And then I'm like, make an effort to not have that happen again, right? And I come at this as someone who also is neurodivergent, like, bitch, I also struggle with memory a lot. So, to me then, even if someone else is also neurodivergent, I know we're not all the same, it just kind of is like, oh, I'm not important enough for you to make an effort to compensate for your own struggle. You know what I mean? And so, like, I get very annoyed when stuff is like, especially if it's not the first time. If, like, someone forgets something the first time, I'm like, yeah, happens, you know, especially if they apologize, I'm like, okay, whatever. But if it happens, like, all the time, I get so annoyed about it. And I just really don't know how to express it in a way that kind of just is more about the constructiveness, right? Because I'm like, hello, I would like this to be, okay, we needed to everything to be mud. But I don't know if you can relate to that struggle, but it is something that I'm just like, how do I express this to someone constructively? But like also not make it a huge deal, because it's not like a huge deal, right? It's just kind of, hey, I really feel like I would prefer this situation to be different. A great example for is like a recent one. Birthdays was like more of a problem, I guess, when I was a child. That really bothered me. But a recent one is people not knowing the 2 days a week I work and that I don't have time on those ever. Because I'm like, the first or second time, if someone's like, hey, let's meet up on Wednesday, and I'm like, I work Wednesdays, I'm like, okay, they didn't know. But if it's the third or fourth time someone's like asking me to meet up on a Wednesday, and I'm like, I work always on Wednesdays, I never have time then. It just feels like, dude, even if you forgot, you can look back through like a text chat, right? Because a lot of these organizations of trying to meet up with people are happening from via text. So you could like just Alt F4, like Alt F5, not Alt F, just Alt F, and like just search through the chat the last time we made a plan, and then like, oh, realize I said this last time. But then I'm always like, I don't know, trying to find out how to bring up an issue, but also when to bring up an issue, and then also fighting my own brain to like, because sometimes I just will forget in the moment that I'm hanging out with someone to bring this up, and then I just never do. Until the next time this problem arises, I'm like, oh fuck, I meant to bring this up like last time already. So, I don't know. I was just thinking about this recently. Because I know realistically that a lot of this stuff is just kind of like someone doesn't know or someone forgot. Like, it's not really, as I say, the most common reason for something happening isn't maliciousness. It's like stupidity, quote unquote, or like lack of care or something, right? Or an accident. It isn't like necessarily an evil intention that's like behind all of it. So, but that doesn't like make it feel less like hurtful, right? So I don't know, man. Being a person is a struggle. And I've thought about recently, oh shit, creeper, and a zombie, not a zombie. I feel like you would specifically remember, but that doesn't work, or someone said you would want to meet, etc. Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, that's genuinely my point, where I can go in for a lot of scenarios, I'm like, this could be a reason for why someone does this, or doesn't do this, or doesn't think this, or does think this. But there is a fundamental mental level of lack of understanding for some of this, but I just do not get it fundamentally, because I don't understand how you can repeatedly make the same kind of faux pas, even if it's like and then also not recognize it as a faux pas, and then like apologize and be like, hey, next time I'll be better. It's like, I, in my own experience, have obviously made the same mistakes in the past, including, for example, forgetting stuff or something like that. But then, like, I have a birthday calendar where all my friends' birthdays are in. So I'll get a little ping on the day, and it's like, hey, it's this and this person's birthday, and then like I send a quick little text message, boom. I'm like, hey, happy birthday, hope you have a good day. It's like that, or like, oh, you can just. No one says you have to keep all of your friends' facts in your mind, because I get it, memory shit is difficult. But you can take notes. You can have a note document in your phone that's like, oh, this person has this allergy, or this person works on that day and never has time then, or something. Or you could just be like, hey, if I have trouble forgetting when something's happening, maybe I extend the branch to the planning to the other person. Maybe they have a bit easier time, you know? It makes sense people want to put effort into things you care about, but it's hard to convey exactly what you do. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's not like the most evil thing anyone could do. Where the fuck is this creeper gone? I'm just kind of like worried he's gonna sneak up on me in a moment. And I'm like, well, oh, he's gonna, and I'm not gonna notice him, and then he's just like gone. We try and sneak around. So I don't know. It's a lot of these things where I go in and I don't. The hardest thing that I have, I think, as a critique of others is things that I find like hurtful or upsetting that I personally don't do already with other people because I think about what if it upsets them. And then I'm like, why do you need a reminder about this? Like, why do you just not know this already? You know what I mean? Another pet peeve that I have that I also really struggle to express to people is if I have just spoken about something or mentioned something that I like and the person's immediate response is to talk about how much they hate it. I'm like, you can express the fact that you're not into this thing without shit-talking it in front of me. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, that to me seems like super obvious. Like, you could express politely without hurting someone's feelings that you don't like the thing. You could just be like, oh, I'm not into that as much, or like, oh, that's not really my vibe. Like, if you could privately think, this is the worst thing of all time, like, I hate it, but like, bitch. You know what I mean? Alex, my goat. I'm trying to find a creeper right now that was nearby, but maybe he's despawned, but I'm worried that he hasn't, and then he's gonna sneak up on me and kill me. And we're talking kind of about struggles with interpersonal communication. Why are you humming? About the song? Or just in general? So, that's kind of my vibe, where I just like think about the creeper. Oh yeah, because like he was out, like I went to bed a bit late in the game, and then I thought like there was a creeper outside of my house, then I went around it, and I was kind of like, maybe he's still somewhere. But I haven't seen him in a bit. So it's kind of that vibe, but I don't get it. Especially I don't understand of like the lack of, I don't know, adaptability, I guess is what I'm saying. It's like, over time, when you form a relationship with anyone, like friendship, romantic, whatever, kind of like anything, I feel like people should be more adaptable to the feedback that they get from that individual. Like if someone's like, oh, hey, I don't know, it was so nice of you to bring me a coffee that time. It's like, oh, you note down, oh, the person appreciated getting this, and then like in the future you might get them a coffee again, right? Just because it's a nice little thing of like advancing your knowledge about someone, like literally like a fucking Stardew character. You're like, oh, I'm learning what preferences this character has, so I can like, it's a nice thing. Everyone likes a nice thing happening to them, right? So I don't understand why people don't do this. Maybe it's a little bit like, but to me I'm like, what? Hello? Do you not pay attention? Do you not like, no? Because it's way easier for your brain, who loves negativity, at least mine sometimes does, to go into, oh, that means they don't really care about you. When that's likely not the case, especially if it's like someone who's already your friend. But it's just still really hard to then, because right, I feel like, hear me out, people have talked a lot about, I feel like in recent years, about emotional labor. Some people don't think, and it's so weird, KW, yeah. Some people don't, but I don't think my friends do. Like, I don't think my friends are incapable of that. It's just really hard sometimes to put yourself into other people's brains. But anyway, emotional labor. Where there's been quite a lot of talk about how, especially for women in like families, how there's often sort of that dynamic that they are the person doing all the organization and the management of the household, and how that kind of effort, that labor is not really acknowledged as effort or labor. And I think it's a great conversation, it's really interesting, and I would agree. Lurk, hi Miss Moon Magic, thank you for the lurk, I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. But low-key, I feel like emotional labor as a concept kind of extends further than just like your family relationships, and just generally a thing, where if group work such, yeah, right, like group work is a great example as well, where if you're the one person who's always doing like the organizing of the group project, and you're always like, oh, you do this, you do that, like, okay, and let's, and then you're always the person doing the reminders as well, that like, how is the progress going? And that's like effort, that's work, and like a lot of people don't really show enough appreciation for that work, right? And the same thing can happen. Seems decent for now. Oh, good luck for your elections, James. Praying for you. That if you're wondering what we're doing, we are making bricks, and the process is as follows. We turn dirt into mud, mud gets dried into clay, and then the clay gets melted into bricks. I was just getting a lot of new fresh mud to put down in my little farm here. There we go. Don't mind. There we go. Pick up the balls in a second. Don't have inventory space. So, how was that? Yeah, so the emotional labor. So I personally really struggle when in certain friendships in my life, like in the past especially, I was always the person doing all of the organizing, all of the reaching out, like all of the, like, hey, let's meet up then and then, like when do you have time, like being the person who always kind of does the initiating. Because at the end of the day, A, it's effort, and B, if you're always the person doing the reaching out, it makes you feel like the other person doesn't really want to hang out, and you're just kind of like dragging them along, and it just isn't a great feeling. Honestly, can I just make a mud chest? We have a chest somewhere. Mini chest. We could do a copper barrel. Just put a barrel next. This for now, just for now, because we're doing a lot of production focus. So I don't know. And yeah, so because of that, maybe because I had that a lot when I was younger, now I kind of feel even more like aware of it, I suppose, if I'm the person doing all the outreaching. And it's also why whenever I have like any friends, like both for stream or personal life, like offline or online, I absolutely adore people who take initiative to plan out things, and also who get back to me about plans we've made and are like, hey, I've thought about this and this would be cool to do, right? Like, I really highly appreciate that, just because I'm like, that is exactly what I would prefer, right? Compared to always being the person doing the reaching out. I'm not saying like I'm always great at reaching out either. Like, there are some friends of mine, if I don't have any, like if they're not also in my online circles as well, if they're like friends from uni or something, that if they are also the forgetful type, we will just not see each other for a while because we both forget about it. Country and municipal elections at the same time, as far as I know, it hasn't happened before. Damn. It's crazy. Kind of spelling mistake. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It's hard. Interpersonal relationship. Because the problem is, right, that I sort of often go in with that initial thought, oh, I should smelt this clay, shouldn't I? Of, oh, like, it's not that bad of a problem, and I don't know how to address it either, so I will just not address it and kind of like go through it. But then obviously after like a while, when I'm like, oh, the person still isn't getting up there, still the wrong version of wrong. Then I'm kind of like, oh, this is getting to be more than I thought, but then I think, oh, will the person think it's bad that I didn't bring it up any earlier if it's already been a problem for a while, and then I just kind of get really stuck about it, unfortunately. Anyone get me there? Or is this like a me thing? Let me actually do some of these into... My main issues with group work is schedule shit. This is not even just, for me, it's not just about group work, it's just like about any kind of interpersonal relationship. But to be fair, I also have that background of, with like some of my family members especially, like me explicitly telling them like that something is upsetting to me, and then they just like disregard that anyway, which doesn't really help when you're kind of trying to do some expansion personally. Okay, what if I do one block higher, honestly, and then just kind of this. One, two. I'm thinking 3, 4. To be fair, I focus mostly on group work because this doesn't really help them. No, that's true. I've decided to go into like, instead of 3s, I'm gonna go into 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I think like this, maybe. And then I'm gonna use stairs to smooth out the bits. Quickly. This. You like that? Yes! If family is someone we're guaranteed to talk about or even be super consistent all the time because proximity allows you to. Sometimes. I could also like the scenario of like, oh, I say, oh, this and this upsets me when you do this, and the other person's like, oh, but I think it's funny, and then they will just do it anyway. That's obviously not the ideal scenario, but it happens. Sometimes, and it sucks. We'll see how we go. I'm just gonna do like one wall at a time, just because I kind of want to see if I like what we've done so far. I'm mostly building this sort of from scratch-ish. We like that. Like I didn't do too much pre-planning at all. Yeah, that's cute, I think. That's smoothing. Okay, we definitely need a little bit of texture. Is it like a kiln? Kind of. It's meant to be more like a... Broke some ground. It's meant to be a windmill. But we definitely need to do some texturing. I think, honestly, maybe terracotta. Let me have a little look. Because the main base is meant to be brick because it's like a brick windmill kind of situation. I just like brick. But it does look a bit kiln-like right now. I think once we have the windmill blades on it, it's not going to be as bad. Let me have a little look-see. How are we feeling about... Arrive! Fire! My goat! How are you? Let me have a little look. Does that work as a texturing block? Do we like that? Or would we like red terracotta more? I'm eating lunch at work. Yo! Hashtag slay. terracotta. Do we even have red terracotta? Yeah. I think red terracotta, but midlife is hard. How are you, King Apps? I'm alright, I'm alright. I'd say. Do we have any red dye? Oh, we have rose bushes. Okay, slay. Have a look. Do I like this better? I'm just gonna temporarily dye some blocks red. Do I like both red and... Honestly, I think yeah, right? Let me have a look in the light. Red and orange, right? Chill. Okay, I'm gonna use up my... Double with that. Unpacking song. Anotado. Yeah, it's a good song. Go. Let's have a little look-see. Have you played any... Cat ask, have you played any Zelda games ever? I've played a few, but I've never finished one. We played... Link's Awakening DX on the channel, is that right? Yes. Played Zelda Link's Awakening DX specifically on the channel, and I've played a bit of Wind Waker. Do you have a tendency to leave games unfinished? Not really, but with Zelda games I don't own any like full console or anything, so I only had them from like the library as a child. We did unfinish, like abandon the second Turmoil DLC at the start of the stream, but well, I only really abandon games when it's like the last resort. The same way I don't abandon books frequently. It's like if it's at all possible for me to finish, I will. The only reasons I don't is really if I just really hate the gameplay experience so much that I can't do it, or if the game is physically making me feel sick by like having visual overload and stuff like that. Because I do get like if a game's like really heavy on glitches, fast cuts, like that kind of stuff, I will just struggle so much with it that I just humanly cannot do it. But otherwise, I will finish. Yeah, I was ready to apologize for abandoning. Yeah, because I just feel bad. I'm not really someone who likes abandoning game or anything. I want to give it a full shot. I want to review the full game, and it just feels bad. I mean, I'm talking about reference to Sneaks because his subathon is purely unfinished game. Oh, okay, hear me out. This is what I mean. Like, I personally, there's one thing I don't like in, like, to me, when it comes to games in general, like in life, it's kind of like one thing, but if it's like stuff that I'm playing on stream, the most important thing to me is like communicate to you if I'm abandoning a game, because I find it really annoying when other content creators just like never explain if the game is ever going to return or not, and they just like leave people wondering if it's ever going to come back, and I just feel kind of, I just don't like that personally. So that's kind of the only thing. It's not I will never abandon a game or I abandon games all the time. It's more like I communicate when I abandon anything. Yeah, pretty good approach. Yeah, it's just kind of like I want you guys to know what's going on and like what games are still current series on the channel and stuff like that, rather than wondering for 6 years if I'm ever going to return to game XYZ. And I also keep really good track of all the games I'm playing on stream, so that's an additional fact as well. Wait, it's too high. In case of the Zelda games, is it because you never streamed them? Kind of. We did abandon Zelda Link's Awakening purely because I played for I think an hour or 2 hours, and that was on the old computer. Then I got, which was a rental, so then I returned the rental computer, I got my own computer, but when I was doing the file preservation to transfer over all my data from the old computer to the new one, I missed the emulator save files for Zelda Link's Awakening, and I was just not in the mood to replay like 2 hours of gameplay. So that's why we never continued that, and I officially abandoned it. But for anything else, it was like I never owned the game and I didn't stream it. So if it's a game from the library, I would just like play it a little bit and then like return it when the duration was over. But I do want, there's some that I like, but that I'm like, okay, I don't own the console for it either. So, okay, like for example, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I do really want to play those games because I feel like everyone's kind of been raving about them. But, and I'd love to experience them because I think they look fun, but I don't have a Switch, so I'm not playing it until I have. Okay, do we like this texture approach? It's mostly brick, but we're adding a little bit of texture. I need a bit more in the middle because it's a little uneven. We'll do stairs in the intersecting bits. I think that's quite fun. Don't we like this? I think it's cool. I'll do like fixes for the texturing at some other point, but let's do some bits. There we go, not bad. Round. No, not bad. More bricks. Yeah, I don't know. my thoughtful arrow, chat. I think once, maybe like the rest of April will still kind of be like a bit of recovery, a little bit of off kilt. Rather than like to the full brain power again. I think seeing some of my friends again will help and everything. I'm loving being able to stream more again. I really missed that during kind of the intensive phase of the thesis. And obviously I'm nervous about like the results. That's also kind of like simmering in the background. A hype thing though, I completely forgot to tell you this, chappers. One of my old streamer friends recently came back to streaming after like a year of not streaming. That was hype. It's Parker. Right, let me get a shout out, chatters. Problem is I just never know how to spell his bloody username anymore. Oh, I was right. This is one of the people I met in person at TwitchCon 2022. And he's a nice guy. I really had fully thought he had completely abandoned streaming because he started like his own business and stuff. But he's come back, so watched his comeback stream and he face revealed, which was like also unexpected. Like I knew what he looked like before, but like kind of funny people say. That's it. It was really nice to see that, which kind of use around the corner as well. Yeah, no, Toby's going. For me, it was like too spontaneous. Not just spontaneous, but it was like too close to all my my thesis stuff and kind of me being very involved at home. And it also had just gone. Where is it? Is it Netherlands? Help me! I want to go so badly, but people no money. Yeah, money's another concern, of course. For me, it was more like, oh, I'd already gone to, I already knew I'd go to England at the start of the year, so I didn't want to do another trip, and I had all the stress with my thesis, because it's like in a month, I think, where it's the US to UK flights. Yeah, you guys get absolutely shafted. Isn't it like 1 to 2k, like 1 to 2 grand to fly that far? Rip Bozo, I guess. Yes, yeah. Feels weak, man. Yeah, it's really expensive to fly. It's same, like, I went to the US several years ago. Like, several years ago. I could not justify TwitchCon tickets for what I want to do. Yeah, also TwitchCon tickets themselves are really expensive. They're like €100 for tickets to enter. I remember when I was a teenager, I went to a lot of YouTube conventions, but I only went to German ones, obviously, because they were comparatively really affordable to the American ones. At the time, I was always thinking, like, why do VidCon tickets cost that much? When, I think it was at the time like 90 to €100 for VidCon tickets, where Video Days, which was our biggest German YouTube conventions, the tickets were like €35. If I want to meet up people at TwitchCon, I visit the city, not just not buy TwitchCon tickets. Yeah, I mean TwitchCon was a really fun experience in 2022, and I really liked having that little city trip with Red moderator. It was like a fun time, but what I really struggled with is that as a convention, it's kind of designed to be, oh, either you're there as a fan. At least in 2022 it was. Either you're there as a fan and you want to go to the panels, or you want to go to meetups and stuff, or you're there as a creator and you want to go to the workshops and you want to go to the creator panels, like the ones targeted at creators, because they would constantly have the same thing happen at the same time, Like, for example, I really wanted, and I did go to was it Twitch Master? Yeah, to the Tubnet, like, what was it? Twitch Rivals Live. I don't really care for meet and greets, panels, or the events. Okay, yeah, well then it doesn't really make sense to go if you're not interested in any of the actual content, just in maybe your friends. And then just like meet up regularly because it's too expensive. But yeah, so I, for example, wanted to watch, and I did watch the Tubnet Live, like, Twitch Rivals event that was happening. But for events like that, at the same time, they were like, oh yeah, while this is ongoing, we're also going to do, like, panels, workshops, kind of cool stuff that's targeted at streamers, and how to do a bunch of things related to that. And I was like, well, I'd either get to share cool experiences with my friends, like watching that live thing. Yeah, offline, I meet up some various offline stuff. Yeah. Then, but I'm forced to choose here because it would be like happening either at the same time, or it would be so tight that you cannot move to the new location in time before the other event starts. Like, I did go for, like, I did attempt to go to one workshop, but like I walked there and they were like, oh, I was there like 2 minutes before the event, like the workshop would start, but they were like, oh, we actually closed the door for attendees 15 minutes early before the start, so sorry, you're too late. And it was, oh, the word of the song really threw me off for a sec. Yeah, sorry. It's a good song, but I just wasn't feeling a song with lyrics right now. Ain't no way, that's stupid. Yeah, it was like really annoying because I would have loved to get stuff like how to, I don't know, train your voice for streaming, or how to take care of like this or that, and or how to do like marketing collaboration kind of shit. That would have been really interesting and helpful, I think, but well, it's very unrealistic for TwitchCon to happen in the UK because of the mess of Brexit. Yeah, people arrive. Hi Addy, we're doing some Minecraft right now. Hello, we're making some bricks and yapping about stuff. Big yap. About life. No, I like TwitchCon. We're talking about TwitchCon right now. TwitchCon 2022 was a fun experience, but I was also like, yeah, I don't think, like, I'm happy I went, but I don't need to go to all of them, right? And for this year, it was definitely the case of, oh, I'm going on a different trip already, only a few months prior, and I'm writing my thesis. And obviously now, I'm kind of the phase of, oh, need to start getting ready to apply for jobs, so it's not really the environment where I want to travel much. And also, low-key, right, obviously it's kind of more like I want to return to my life before my thesis, because obviously for streaming we're back in our normal era, I think, in the subathon post thesis schedule. But also in my personal life, I've paused a bunch of like my life just to write my BA thesis, right? So I did very little social stuff. I did very little like anything aside from being at home on my computer writing my fucking paper. So I kind of just want to get back and to do that more, you know, rather than do anything crazy. And also have like other obligations that happen all the time, so. Making some bricks, guys. We don't know what we're working on. We're working on a windmill. And I'm making some bricks because we are making the windmill primarily out of brick. Make some progress, honestly. I'm doing a bit of texturing though with some nice terracotta. Also, I was talking about watching Nick and Nora's Infinite Players. I will still continue the movie despite the rough start, but yeah. It is a rough start for sure. Oh, and I want to watch the new Doctor Who episode that came out on Sunday. Well, on Saturday. I don't know, the last 2 days. Sometime. My sense of time is bad. Shocker, I know, chat. There we go. Not bad, right? Not the song doing the Super Mario bait and switch song, I can't. Yeah, we have a lot of Dan and Phil beats in this playlist. What can I say? It's iconic. It's very good background music. We have a bit behind this. Glizzy? Are we glizzying, guys? Is it glizzy o'clock? What am I thinking about? Life. Just life, no. Oops! Ran into a cactus straight up. Happens. Cat vibe, we vibing. We slaying. Doing a little bit of area. Lizzie looking Pepe lab. Yeah. I kind of wanna go back into my groove. I'm missing a bit of groove, you know? You're just like in a funk randomly. Glizzy, he's just so cute. Glizzy is like the fire emote to me. In my heart of hearts. That's what when I think of you, I think of that emote. Like in a pause way. Yup. Yeah. I don't know, like some of y'all haps, if you use like a lot of emotes or like a particular emote all the time, I'm like, yeah, that's like your emote, you know? I don't know what my emote would be. What would it be, chatters? Oh, I should stop doing that. I'm just such a bunny hop Minecraft player, so I will just bunny hop everywhere, even if I'm trampling the crops on accident. Happen. But yeah, the idea is that it's like a windmill overlooking the fields, and then in the windmill we're doing like all of the storage for crop stuff, just to kind of have like a cool theme, you know? Classic, yeah, it's kind of a classic move. You know, happy looking bro forgets he's literally an emote. Awkward, yeah, true. But most Minecraft players don't have massive fields. I just love a Minecraft massive field. If there's a lot of stuff I like to automate in Minecraft, but farming is not really one of them. I really just find it satisfying, especially if the mod where you can right click and it insta replants. I'm like, yes, slay. You know, sometimes you just gotta slay. Stimulated this music AF. Oh my gosh, who added stimulated? That's an epic emote. It is a really it just hits that spot, you know? What am I looking for? I'm blind. More clay. More coal, that's what I was looking for. There we go, let's grab some bits. Stare, no idea, but I love having Chatterina's emotes listed using as many as I can. I love Chatterina. Chatterina, my baby girl. Hi, icon. Sippy indeed, guys. Go up sippying. Oh, do you want to know what I want to do more? Because I woke up so late, I didn't do it today. I slept until 3 PM like a degenerate. But admittedly, I also went to bed at like 5 AM. Happens. I want to go back to the gym more because I also really stopped going to the gym during my thesis work. Yeah, sorry. One of the other side effects I have a lot, like I have chronic insomnia. I've had that for like 11 years, but it always goes way worse when I'm stressed. And I'm still in kind of my decompressing for my thesis era, so I just really have a hard time sleeping. Especially because I dream really weirdly, so I'm just like not really hyped about sleeping. So I just keep having like really bizarre dreams. I told you about it, where it's like, oh, I have dreams that it's like, oh, what the fuck is even happening, you know? And then I'm like, what do you want from me, brain? Why do you do this to me? Oh dear. Yeah. Grab a bed. Veg time. Ready to die challenge. Had to chill. Had to chill. Hey, more brick, please. Brick o'clock. I always think it's funny that the little bunnies end up going here to the carrot field specifically. I don't know, it just makes me happy. Love a bunny. What, if they all grow now? Yeah! Oh my god, that makes me so happy. I did like these little decorative kind of like, these are tree farms, but they're also decorative. And finally all of the trees have blossomed here. Or sprouted, I should say. I'm so excited about it. Makes it look all nice and finished. Alright, clay balls, here we go. I didn't even replace all the mud. Like a idiot. There we go. So then, it's a square, it's a nice square. Terraria music, indeed. Maybe you should give Terraria another go. Played it once for 20 minutes, then I died, and then I never picked it up again. It's kind of a confusing game to play, but honestly, so are a lot of games. So, you should, yes. I feel like I would like trying again with like a friend. Another game that I obviously played the first time multiplayer is Stardew, and I ended up really loving Stardew, and it's one of my favorite games. And it was like kind of a nice way to have someone who kind of knows a little bit more, help me along, and also of course playing on stream. So maybe I should play Terraria on stream so you Terraria nerds can help me out. Sometimes when you're just like, what the fuck do I even do? And then you're just like, what? maybe having either like a friend or like you boys help me out might be helpful. Okay, brick time, brick time, brick time, brick time. I haven't played in ages, but I know the game pretty much inside out. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people that I know have played Terraria. I just never played it, and then I got it at some point and did that one attempt. I got absolutely shafted by some mob. Also a long time ago. When was this? Terraria, there you are. Let me see. My mind was like 2 years ago. Okay, yeah, it was 2 years ago. April 13th, 2023. When I played this. And it was exactly for 20 minutes. Not exaggerating. I think it turns out quite cute. Well, quite cute right now, this build. There we go. Not bad, I think. It's kind of a slow process because getting brick blocks is such a pain, but I like the aesthetic, so it's worth it. There's also me because I said I'd AFK to get some bricks made, but I just forgot. Happens to the best of us. Zone out. Even when I zone out. Oh, what's that? Lava lamp. Iconic. Such a bounce song. Chat. We may be feeling something else as well today. Because we only like really play Deep Underground for like 30 minutes and then abandoned the full game because I'm just like, I cannot do this. Do you want to play maybe something else as well? Because obviously right now we're just kind of doing a lot of this. Which is fine, but it's a little repetitive. And I think I could do... Actually, this time, I'll make a note. I'll let you write it down on a paper. Do I have a paper somewhere? I do. I'll put it on a post-it note to remind myself to do the AFKing for the bricks. Hey. Minecraft. AFK. Brick. Outing. It's not actually AFKing, it's just like play the game a bit off stream. I've made a note. This time I'll remember. Last time I was like, oh, I'll remember for sure, and then I just did not. I feel like I'll do more of that, because then we can do the fun part, which is like building and not running back and forth with like 3 bricks every time. Let me see, because I have a lot of like stuff next week that's kind of new stuff. Maybe we do some... Oh. Maybe not. Let me check. What have we got? Could do Squeakross. That's always a good little bonus thing. I do want to try and get better at continuing demos, I'd say I'd continue. It's because so many times I'm like, oh, I'll continue this demo, then I just don't continue it and then it ends up being unavailable. If you don't know Homeschool Home, it is a nonogram, like puzzle type game. How did you spell it? This is the link. Pin it. I also changed the time. Plus It has a really hard to spell title. There you go, got it. Might be too new. It does have a category, it's just hard to spell. That's like this game's biggest issue, I think. But yeah, so the whole point is it's a nonogram game, and you get new furniture for your little rat. I said it. By solving puzzles. It's very cutesy. This is you, chat. And it's all about making your house have more furniture in it, which is cute. That's fine. Go. Go. This looks like Minesweeper, by the way. It's kind of similar. It has a similar principle. So basically, the numbers indicate how many blocks are filled in a given row, and each number has to be separate from the other numbers. So if, like in this row here, it has to be 4 that are consecutive, and 2 that have to be consecutive, and they have to be separated by x's. Like so. So it's just kind of like a process of elimination type game about where each thing goes. Yeah, because otherwise it would be 8. Yeah. 6, yeah, exactly. 2. Here, that's there. That's here. Here. I apparently cannot count either to spare. Bro's getting despaired. There we go. Did it. And in this game in particular, normally it's like just about completing, but in this game, you get furniture based on the little puzzle you solved, and then you can furnish your little rat's house. Your little creature. You can add in, and then for some of them you will be able to, if you do the challenge modes, you will be able to get multiple of it, but right now you only get one. You just do it baseline. Have a toaster in your kitchen. Yeah, we have a purple kitchen, and this is your little goober, guys. And you can also accessorize the rat. Like so. This is you. He's a little silly guy. Oh, another one. Yeah, they can be different sizes as well. So they can be up to 15 times 15 squares. You can find more puzzles like this under the name nonograms. They do have multiple names, but that is my go-to. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, the blue ones here. Wikipedia has some of the funniest images. It kind of means basically it's like, oh, there's some new insight in this row that you could use. Best is like if it's the first line, then you get a lot of info immediately. I just looked up monograms to be greeted with a monogram of the Wikipedia logo. That's fucking hilarious. I love that. My favorite one here is the one. My favorite is the one for bisexual lighting. That's, of course, there's a bisexual lighting article. Not the skeleton, like W. It's just a 3D render of a skeleton by lighting. That's excellent. I love that. Got it. Yum. So silly. The chef hat. So that's accessories and furniture, but oh my gosh, that's a big one. Go. Some of them with the X's together, like you fill up the whole row in one go. Go, not bad. One, two. Chat. Hi Joe, welcome. Good to see you. How are you, Goat? Blue. Got it. We're doing some nonograms for a little demo. Oh, Squeakross. They're not keeping the chef hat. I want the apple. Now the table. Table time. Seven. So evil. You know that one's isolate, like that. Fix. Middle top is solved. True, I did forget. You? Expressive column? Yes. Yes, we got it. Go away. Got it. Okay, done. We could still become 4. Maybe. Bottom rows. True, true, yeah, they could come before you. Yeah, not. Because it'll show you which 2 is crossed off. If I do this, it'll show that it's the first one. Yeah, this one's a little easier, has like some hints, because it's more about, this is like more casual nonogram type game, because it's more about like getting the furniture, so they will give you a little bit more hints than others will. 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6. Thank you for the posted check. Appreciate it. 6. Thank you for the Hydra as well. There we go. Get some here. Get a lot. Indeed. Can go here. 6, 7, 9. Here. You'll go on here, you go here. Go. I love how I got into a field where you cannot do anything. Oh, you can. Let's say. There we go. Got it! The table. Boop! Yeah. Now that we have another piece of furniture, let's go to our little house. This is the house. It's all about. I actually have a full proper table. And then, honestly, I'm just gonna use this then as a side table. Here, and then have a proper dining table. Isn't that snazzy? Stop. Wait, we could do maybe rotate it to be here. And then do these here. These boxes over there, this box in the corner here. Ta-da! Your table is set up. Think about your table. Alright, let's get the fridge. I don't know if this is the final one, but did check again. One 7 is solvable? Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Something like that. Doable. I think this is wrong. This is wrong here. this way. There we go. No, it's not this way. This way. Okay, sorry. Mix that up. What? So confused about this one. I'll just undo real quick. Restart. I confused myself. Sometimes it's like you can undo shit, obviously, and it doesn't punish you, but like sometimes you just kind of get into that funk. Like, what is even happening? Okay, 11111 solvable, I think. These ones we don't know. We don't know if it's that or that one. Almost solvable. We have the 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So this has to be. There we go. Six. Could be 2 or 1 here. The 1. Could be there, never mind. Close, but no dice yet. Sorry, I stopped XCT lol, no worries. No worries. I don't mind. Because you're not saying, oh, it's this 100%. You're like, this could be solvable. So, I think you're doing it alright. There we go, we did it. Oh my god. Sometimes you just kind of knock yourself into a corner. And it's better to restart. There we go. I think we only have one more page. And obviously need these challenges. That's it for now. Oh, we were done. I thought there was more. And in these challenges, so basically you get all the color variants for different items, and you can also add more items. Like, for example, we did the mini challenge for the counter, so we could add as many counters as we wanted. If you don't do the challenge, then you just get the item once. Let's add in the print. But yeah, this is like such a cute little game. I did give it a 5 out of 5 at the time, and I stand by that. Mostly because the rat customization is like really, really well done. And there we go, we'll do this. And it's like such a nice mix because I've tried quite like multiple either Sudoku or Nonogram type games that try to blend either Sudoku or Nonogram with like another type of gameplay, like farming, decorating something. And they all kind of didn't really do it well, but this one does it really well because you have this like cute little critter. It has that Animal Crossing or Tomodachi Life-esque element to it by being a bit silly, by having like that little interior design, and obviously you can do multiple rooms in the full games. But the Nonograms are like a good level difficulty. Not too easy that they're boring, but not too difficult that you like absolutely, you know, frustrating yourself needlessly. So I feel like it's very accessible even to people who don't know nonograms that well. And like you get a little goober, which is super cute. But yeah, hype, we did finish that now. I thought there was like one more page, but we did it. Hashtag slay. And I think we'll leave it at that, chat. That was like a nice little bit of expansion beyond the stream. Shame, obviously, that the second Turmoil DLC was not my vibe and I abandoned it. But I definitely wanna, in my own private time, play the main game. Do like more campaigns, because it's a fun game. If you do want to check it out, I did get it for free. Got it as a spawn a while back. But obviously my opinions are my opinions. I'm actually telling you to not buy one of the DLCs unless you really want to. So you guys know what's up. But yeah, the original's Turmoil. It's currently on sale for 70%. So if you like the main game, you can get it for less than €4 right now. I like the main game. I'd say maybe like the first DLC, the heat is on. I feel like it has potential. You could get it if you want to. There's some fun elements. But I don't like the Deep Underground one at all. Would not recommend. And then obviously we did some progress on the Minecraft build. I did make a note this time to do some off-camera smelting of bricks so we can hopefully finish up the windmill next time. And then we finished up the Squeakross demo. Iconic. Great demo. 5 out of 5 for me. I'm very excited for that to release. It's really, I don't know, it really reminds me of like something that would be a DS game back in the day. And it just has that whimsy and that charm. So if you're someone who wants to get into Nonogram or someone who likes it already, I feel like check out the demo for sure, because there's like literally we've been playing that demo for almost 2 hours. And we didn't even do all the challenges or anything. So you could get like a lot of hours. DS had a lot of Picross. Picross 3D on the DS is still the most elite 3D nonogram game that exists. It's super fun. It's charming. It's whimsical. It's funny. And you can make your own nonogram, like your own 3D Picrosses so easily. Would highly recommend. I do own it on DS. And I always am chasing like a game that kind of has a similar charm to it, and this is the first one I found that does do that. But I'd recommend it because, like, especially like having such an extensive demo, I feel like is such a such a bonus point for a game to me. If like you don't have to play like hours and hours of the demo, but you can if you want to. You can really explore the game. That was very hype. I did mention the schedule will be uploaded for tomorrow, for next week, a bit later than normal because of privacy reasons, NDA reasons. Static, not really, but kind of like I am doing quite a few hashtag spawns next week. As in, I got the game for free. I'm not getting any other compensation. My opinions are my own opinions as usual, but yeah, because of that, I have to kind of adjust some things around. I will be live tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST with our first game, Secrets. And I will do the official schedule for everything like an hour or 2 hours beforehand, because I'm also going out and hanging out with Blue Moderator and stuff, so I'll schedule once I'm back home. But yeah, we're going to be live Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday coming week. So get excited. We're playing lots of new games. There's some exciting secret content coming. And we're definitely fulfilling the whole, like, starting some new series thing. But we did also finish 2 games that were on my ongoing games list today, so I'm excited. And I hope you have a wonderful start into your week, chatters. If you're new and you don't want to miss that content, drop a follow. We love to have you in the community, getting close to our next goal where I draw every single chatter. But yes, if you want to be drawn, drop a follow. I am gonna look where to send you, chat. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the wonderful company, chat. I don't know where to send you because, like, it's only really big people live right now. I want to send you to someone smaller, please. If you have a suggestion for a streamer you like, let me know that is currently live. Maybe someone who's playing. Is anyone in this category? I doubt it. Nope. I'm just the only person. You have a suggestion? Okay, go on. I'm open. Obviously, they have to be live right now so we can rate them. Not this category, but Corrupted Ghost. Ooh, I love another ghost. Oh, they're playing Tomodachi Life, instant win. Okay, and I trust you. Oh, they have such a cool little VTuber. Holy shit. That's a sick design. Okay, we're rating them. Have a great time over on their stream. Love some Tomodachi Life. I love the little VTuber model. Very cool color scheme. Kind of like alternative universe me, because it's like a little ghost character. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow at 6 PM BST with our stream number 1. You will know more. I don't know why I went weirdly fucking northern for no reason. You will know more about like exactly what we're playing next week when I post the schedule. I just can't really tell you that much in advance.